Hey guys, what is up? Sora here, back with another Soul Calibur 6 video, and today we're going to be going over a topic that you may think I have missed, and that is picking a character. Now, why did I wait until episode 3 to cover this, right? Like, shouldn't this be the first one? And the reason for that is coming from a marketing standpoint, you probably bought this game looking at a character that you've already wanted to play. Like, for example, you wanted to play like Raphael, you wanted to play Ivy, Valdo, Talon, some of those characters, right? Because it's your right, you bought it for a $60 game, you want to play a character that you want to play. However, those characters, while they are good, very good in their own right, they're not as conducive to learning the beginning of the game, at least for some players. So if you're already happy with your character choice, this video may not be as strong for you. But if you had made those other character choices and said, wow, I'm not learning the game, I suck, this game is terrible, or something along those reactions, then hear me out. Give me at least 10 minutes of your time and see whether I can change your mind in picking a character that will help you learn the game. That way you can transition those skills to another character that you actually want to play down the line. So, with all that being said, let's get started. Okay, so beginner characters, right? In the thumbnail, I featured 4 characters that most people would start out with. That is Sophitia, Xianghua, Nightmare, and Mitsurugi. All of them offer some form of basic between the 4 of them. For me, I picked Sophie, and that's honestly personal preference for me because I have experience with Sophie. She was my secondary in 5, technically speaking, although definitely not nearly as good with her. But also, she's just supremely fundamentally strong. She has fantastic forward movement. She has great basic buttons like BB, AA, 4A, stuff like that. So really, really good buttons, and I'm going to explain why in a bit. She also has the best punish in the game. She's a beginner character, but she's a top tier character. She famously has a 14 frame punish that leads to 60 damage, or a, I think 16 frame technically, because you input the angel step and then into another angel step. So technically 16 frame that leads into like 70-80 gross damage. And she's just overall a really, really good character. Now, Xianghua can fit that bill, I think. For Soul Calibur 6 specifically, I think Xianghua fits that bill just fine. But if I were to think of Xianghua as pure offense, like, or at least leaning more on the offense side, Sophitia's definitely more on the defensive side. And whenever you're learning a fighting game, I recommend the defensive characters more than the offensive characters. Just because it teaches you not only how to pilot your own character, but how the interactions work when playing other characters as well, because she's looking to punish, therefore you need to be able to block and or defend against what you're looking to punish, right? So that's why I think Sophie is a great basic character. Okay, so let's get into more specifics, like why is Sophie the best beginner character in my opinion. Like I already said earlier, there's a lot of basic buttons here, but let me drill that down even further. So AA and BB. A lot of characters in Soul Calibur are judged by the strength of these 2 strings alone. Like, how good are they? With Sophie, she has a great AA because it pretty much catches a relatively decent space in front of her, right? Like, for example, if you compare it to Talon, like, she definitely has the better AA. BB, particularly, I think Sophie's one of the best in the game. It forward lunges. There's some forward movement, and it's relatively hard to dodge because if you step to her left, this is gonna catch you. So despite being a vertical, right? So AA and BB. She also has a fantastic 2B or 2A, I'm sorry, which is a 12 frame 2A that is plus 6 on hit. That is ridiculous. Let me repeat that. That is one of the best 2As in the game. This will allow you to steal turns. This will allow you to interrupt turns. This will allow you to start your turn. That's how good this 2A is, and it is 12 frames. It is as fast as Ivy's AA. Other buttons that she also has 4B, which ends in +4 on hit, and only -2 on block. So this is the interaction I was talking about in the other video. Like, let me set Xianghua on block here. Where's that command? Okay, there we go. So if I set Xianghua on block here, I'm only at -2 after that. So if I do a 2A here, it's normally 12 frames, -2, that becomes 14 frames. That's still enough to beat a lot of BBs. Like, even Sophie's own BB will trade with that 2A. That's how good that is. Or at the very least, I think Clash, so technically a BB wins, but like other normal character BBs, like 16 frame BBs, some even worse, like you can just do this all day, right? She also has 4K, which is super good. It's a super good high. I believe it knocks down, or is it? I just know it's a really, really good high. And it also has tech crouch, so there you go. Starting from frame 4 until frame 10, this will duck under other highs as well. 1K, super good move, because it also interrupts a lot of things. Very, very good in that, and also has that forward movement. And of course, last but not the least, 66B. 66B is one of those like, okay, this is in neutral moves, you're going to block. Let me train you not to block by crushing your guard, because it deals 18 guard damage by itself. That's how good this button is, and it's only -3. So you can see the strength of Sophie here already, that she has a game plan that is very fundamental to Soul Calibur. She has the ability to steal turns. She has the ability to start offense. She has the ability to punish with this, of course, that's a 14 frame move. And she also has the ability to break guard. Like, all of those mechanics that I just said are pretty much the core of Soul Calibur. So that's why she's been a classically good character to learn the game with. And more importantly, this is a very, very important thing. Everything you learn from her, like for example, abusing tech crouch moves, right? A lot of other characters have tech crouch moves that enable you to disrespect highs, or to crush highs, so to speak. She has that. So you can say, okay, in this situation, I figured like Shang was probably going to try to step catch. Let me throw out a 4K real quick and make sure that I have an option against that. Or if you want to steal turns, like if you want to suddenly play Xianghua, you can actually start from Sophitia. You can say, oh, let me start my offense by doing this, see if people fall for the frame trap, so on and so forth, see if they can disrespect out of it, and then maybe like 4B, 2A, then step to the side because I know they're getting frustrated, with punish with 2288 BAK. So those types of things, like if you think about her game plan, like I want to poke from here, I want to whiff punish, or I want to punish, I want to start offense, and I want evasive maneuvers. You pretty much got a complete package character. So there's a lot that's a lot to tout about Sophie, right? But I felt that the best way to go about showing how basic she is going to be in a ranked. So I'm actually going to take her to ranked, and I'm only going to be showing off those moves that you just saw. Nothing else. I'm not even gonna do any combos. I'm gonna try to not do critical edge. I'm just gonna use soul edge just for to get off me, and that's it. And let's see how we do just going off pure fundamentals in Soul Calibur. Alright, so we're about to hop into our first match here, and we're going to be playing against a Xianghua, which is perfect. Hopefully I can get this down in one recording. So, like I said, I'm just going to be using super basic moves. Like the move, pretty much all the moves that you saw in that training, plus some throws, plus some, nothing fancy, not even combos. So AA to stop offense, and then BB once I convince her to block. That's the most important thing. Then 4B, 2A, 2A again, frame trap, you know. And then with punish, counter poke. Nothing too fancy here. And you guys get to see, like, I'm even gonna run off guard here, where I'm not really doing anything particularly good, because I'm just reacting to everything that she has. I think that's minus 13, so she technically wasn't blocking there. Minus 14 doesn't punish that. I thought she did a more unsafe launcher. But then I remember Changhua. So with punish right there with DB, another AA, 2A. Yeah, see, she's going for AA a lot, so that's why I throw out 4K there with the tech crouch. So AA step. Natural combo that punishes. With punish. Yeah, so you can totally learn the character just by playing Sophie. It's not always all about combos, I guess is the point here. A lot of the times you can just make sure that you're watching your opponent and really making sure that yeah, that's not safe. Making sure that you're applying basics. Ooh, shouldn't have even done 6BB there. Nope. I went 236B there. Okay, panic soul charge. Yep. So, it's not always all about the fancy combos. You can fundamentally win here by just letting the opponent hang themselves. That's what I like about Sophie, honestly, a lot. Is that dang it, Fudge! She won't rematch. Like there's nothing wrong with that gameplay, right? It's like all I had to do was make sure that all of my hits landed, whether they were blocked, whether they were hit. I don't care. And I was doing more damage at the end. Like it's combos are nice, but they're only a means to an end. In terms of winning, winning is still depleting your opponent's life bar to 0. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That is how to go about picking a beginner character for Soul Calibur 6. Now, like I said in the beginning, you're not locked into Sophie to learn the game. You can learn it with Changhua, you can learn it with Mitsurugi, you can learn it with Nightmare. They teach you varying beginner tactics, so to speak, for the game. Personally, I just feel that Sophie is the best in showcasing that. These are, I said this earlier, but AA and BB is a good way to measure a character's strength. That's why I like Sophie's, because hers is really, really good, right? And she also has a really good tool in whiff punishing. Those are fundamental basic terms in any fighting game. That's why I feel like my entire game plan of just running up, waiting for you to do something unsafe, and then punishing with 236B is very, very good. And as long as you can start winning with that, then you're on the right track. Then eventually you're gonna get to a point where it's like, okay, I actually want to learn some combos because I need more bang for my buck every time I land a hit. Then you can start learning like 66B, 236, and then True Angel Step B, right? If I can get it. Yeah, you can start learning those types of combos, right? Because, okay, you're turning 26 damage into now 52 damage. That makes sense. But I don't want to kind of spoil everyone by starting there. If I might quote Justin Wong, one of the best fighting game players of all time, a lot of people are kind of too concerned about what they do once they get the hit, that they don't really think about how to get that hit in the first place. The same thing applies to Calibur, is that by me running up guarding, by me AA and then stepping, that opens up opportunities for me to get some damage with even just 31. 31 adds up over time. Or even just 6XP, 26 adds up over time. That 18 guard damage adds up over time. If you start your game with that, then maybe, just maybe, one day you can go to a character and say, okay, I have a good grasp of the game. Now it's time to play a character that I really want to play. But with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to tweet at me at hitbox_Sora. If you like the video, please give it a like as well. Subscribe if you want to see more videos coming out in the very near future. I'm planning to publish combat basics throughout November because I really want people to get in during the first month of the game. All that being said, thank you guys for watching. This has again been Sora. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.